Welcome back to UMFC Corner, your home for everything Manchester United, from breaking transfer news to deep tactical analysis. Today we're focusing on a name that has quickly moved towards the top of Manchester United's scouting reports, Mateus Fernandes of West Ham United. He's a 21-year-old Portuguese midfielder who has been turning heads across the Premier League with his blend of technical quality, composure on the ball, and serious work rate off it. Scouts and analysts describe him as a modern regista, a deep-lying playmaker who can dictate the tempo of a game, receive under pressure, and still cover huge distances defensively. What makes Fernandes stand out is not just that he keeps the ball, but how he keeps it. In a league that is intense and chaotic, he is operating at a pass completion level that is usually reserved for elite controllers, and he is doing that while still playing progressive, forward-thinking passes, not just safe sideways balls. That combination of security and bravery in possession is exactly what top clubs crave in the modern game. It is no surprise, then, that he is attracting interest from all over Europe. Clubs like Arsenal and Manchester City are tracking him, while Atletico Madrid and AC Milan have also been watching his development closely. But the most serious and consistent interest appears to be coming from Manchester United. United scouts have been actively following Fernandes this season and have attended his games in person. They have specifically analyzed his performances in matches against Bournemouth, Liverpool, and Fulham. Those fixtures were chosen on purpose. They wanted to see how he handles a high press, how he copes against strong midfields, and how his game looks in different types of contests. The feedback from those scouting trips has reportedly been extremely positive. The reports highlight his calmness when opponents close him down, his willingness to receive the ball even in tight spaces, and his intelligence in picking the right passing options. They also point to his physical resilience, his ability to keep performing at a high level throughout 90 minutes in the Premier League's intense rhythm. United's analysis has not just focused on the ball. Off the ball, he is impressed with his positioning, his awareness of passing lanes, and his discipline in holding his zone instead of chasing the game. He reads danger well, screens his back line effectively, and times his interventions without diving into reckless tackles. Because of all this, Fernandes has not only been kept on a general watch list. United are said to be filing regular, detailed reports on him as the season progresses, monitoring his development game by game rather than just checking in every few months. There were even indications that both United and Manchester City explored the possibility of a move as early as the January window, which suggests that this interest has been building for some time and is not just a reaction to a few good matches. So why have INEOS and the football leadership at Manchester United pushed Mateus Fernandes so high up their list of midfield targets? To answer that, we have to look at where United are right now. The midfield clearly needs a reset. We have seen games where United have struggled to control possession, to play through pressure, and to sustain intensity for the full match. Too often the center of the pitch looks either static and slow or chaotic and exposed. INEOS want to move towards a midfield that is more modern, technical enough to dominate the ball, and athletic enough to press and recover quickly. They want players who can handle the physical side of the Premier League but also raise the technical ceiling of the team. Mateus Fernandes fits that profile almost perfectly. He is young but already Premier League proven. He offers a high level of security on the ball, can dictate tempo from deep, and still has the legs to get around the pitch. From a squad-building point of view, his age is a huge advantage. At 21, he can be part of United's core for the next 5 to 7 years, growing with the project instead of being a short-term stopgap. He is old enough to contribute immediately, but young enough that his value can rise if he develops as expected. There is also the competitive element. When several top clubs all start circling the same player, hesitating can mean missing out completely. If United genuinely believe Fernandes is the right profile to transform their midfield, then waiting too long could see him end up strengthening a direct rival. That is partly why reports describe him as a high priority target rather than just one of many options. Now, let's talk about how he would actually fit into Manchester United's system. Picture a United side trying to build from the back, playing out under pressure instead of going long. In that context, Fernandes could operate as the deeper midfielder in a double pivot, dropping between or just ahead of the center backs to offer a constant passing option. From there, he can turn out of pressure, connect the fullbacks and the advanced midfielders, and keep the ball moving with quick, clean passes. In a midfield three, you could imagine him as the deepest of the trio, with two more aggressive eights in front of him, making runs beyond the ball. His job would be to control the rhythm, recycle possession, and choose the right moments to play more ambitious vertical passes through the lines. Defensively, his reading of the game makes him suited to a side that wants to press but cannot afford to be naive. He can slide across to cover behind a pressing fullback, step out to intercept passes into the number 10 space, and generally provide that layer of protection the back has sometimes lacked. This mix of control and mobility is especially valuable for a United team that often struggles in transitions. Think about some of United's toughest games in recent years, where the midfield has been overrun, second balls were lost, and the team could not get out. A profile like Fernandes does not solve everything on his own, but he gives the manager a much better platform to implement a more stable, controlled style. He could, for example, be paired with a more physical ball winner in certain matches to form a balanced pivot. One to win it, one to use it. Of course, there are still questions. West Ham will not want to lose a young midfielder who is quickly becoming one of their most valuable assets. With several top clubs interested, the fee is likely to be high, and United will need to be smart about how they structure any deal. There is also the step up in expectations. Playing for Manchester United is a different kind of pressure. Every touch is scrutinized, every mistake amplified. Even for a player who looks composed, that environment can be a real test. But from a pure footballing point of view, it is easy to see why United scouts are excited. They see a player who brings calm on the ball, intelligence off it, and the physical tools to cope in the Premier League. They see someone who fits the profile of a modern midfielder that can help bridge the gap between where United are and where they want to be. So, should Manchester United go all in on Mateus Fernandes? If the reports are accurate and the price is within a reasonable range, there is a strong argument that he is exactly the type of signing INEOS should be making. Young, technically gifted, already adapted to the league, and suited to the style of football United are trying to move towards. From our perspective here at UMFC Corner, this looks less like a panic buy and more like a carefully scouted, long-term target. If United can get this one over the line, secure him ahead of the competition, and then build the rest of the midfield around profiles that complement him, it could be a key step in finally modernizing the heart of the team. Let me know what you think. Would you take Mateus Fernandes at Old Trafford as a cornerstone of the new United midfield, or would you rather see the club go for a different type of player? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update here on UMFC Corner.